form book pointed towards the race developing into a struggle between former champion Glenn Gibbons in the Alfa Romeo GT-V6 and reigning champion Conrad Bosman in the Ford Escort. As expected, the pair hit the front right from the start, with Gibbons in the lead in the red Alfa. Most racing buffs also expected to see Gibbons put to good use his knowledge of racing at Kyalami. By contrast, Bosman was racing at the Midrand circuit for the very first time, but wasn't about to be intimidated. Down the IGI mine shop was Bosman, who took the initiative to move up on the inside of the Alfa to snatch the lead. Glenn Gibbons has emerged as one of the most versatile young drivers in South Africa. A regular competitor in the Stanek Group N events, Gibbons won the Silver Class Championship in this year's DOTS Formula GTI Single-Seater Series and is also a former National Rally champion. By lap 3, Gibbons and Bosman had pulled away from the rest of the field in what was turning out to be an interesting duel. Bosman is a former drag racing champion with a penchant for building unusual and very fast machinery. Ford Escort is a hybrid which had the purists wincing. The Ford is powered by a Chev V8 motor, and while that may not be the done thing as far as the cognoscenti is concerned, it is a combination that works for Bosman. Alfa appeared to have the edge in road holding, but the Ford's acceleration and speed in a straight line made for an interesting contest. Behind the two leaders, a good battle was also developing between Kevin Caulfield in the Nissan Stanza and Dave Austin in the interesting-looking Nissan Scud. During practice, Gibbons was consistently quicker than Bosman, and when he decided enough was enough, appeared to be able to pull away from Bosman and dictate matters as he liked. Bosman was sticking to his task manfully, and while there were problems for Andre van Diemen in the Mazda 323, the Gibbons-Bosman battle was still capturing most of the attention. The contrast of fast sweeps and tight first and second gear corners making Kyalami a difficult proposition for drivers, the Alfa's superior handling gave Gibbons a slight edge. Andre van Diemen, meanwhile, was heading slowly for the sanctuary of the pits, careful to stay out of harm's way. Top race drivers make it look so easy, but race cam action from the cockpit of the Alfa amply illustrates that Gibbons was made to work hard. The race took a dramatic turn on lap 6, with Bosman back in the lead and Gibbons about to park the Alfa with a blown engine. It was cruel luck on Gibbons at a stage of the race when he appeared to have matters all under control. Carlo Andreatta gave himself a fright at Nashua Corner, but got going again in true rallying style. There was also some farming going on behind him as Conrad Bosman went on his merry way with much of the pressure off the race leader now that Glenn Gibbons was a spectator. With a 3-second lead over Dave Austin in the Nissan Scud, all Bosman had to do to make certain of victory was keep the car on the track. Austin himself was in no danger of coming under attack. He was nearly 15 seconds ahead of third-place Donna Jordan in the Mazda 323. And just to prove you can race just about anything in the Ultimoil Challenge, Alan Poulter was running fourth in the Nissan delivery van. Johnny Adlam in the Nissan Skyline and Kevin Ashurst in the Mazda RX-7 were also enjoying themselves. Further down the field, there were plenty of other personal duels with some often unorthodox maneuvering going on. It was all good fun. When you get 4 cars all bearing down on the same corner, anything can happen, with discretion often the better part of valor. On the final lap, the race had developed into a straight fight between Koenraad Bosman and Dave Austin. Bosman had some breathing space between himself and the Nissan Scud, but will have been aware of the fact that no victory is secure until you've taken the checkered flag. All it needs is to miss a gear or a braking point, and a lot of hard work can go out of the window in a split second. Bosman made no such mistakes to take a hard-earned win. Dave Austin held on to second place with Donna Jordan, followed home by Alan Poulter and Johnny Adlam.